Well, hello, hello. Welcome back, everybody. It is time for us to continue the Goblin shenanigans. Before we begin, I just want to give a big thank you to everybody who has been joining us for this project so far. It means a lot for those of you who turned out to watch and support us, and the engagement in chat has been great, and all of your goofery is excellent. Very much so appreciated. I would just like to make an aside that I don't have an official channel for submitting it yet, but if you want to send me directly, one thing that I will openly admit I will do anything for, and I mean anything, is fan art. So anybody out there, it doesn't matter how good your drawings are. I don't care if it looks like, a 2-year-old was like, "Oh shit, okay, thank you,
Oh
thank you for the
God!
additional goblin bullshit points."
Holy
Uh,
fuck!
Cooper there.
Wow,
Oh
they gave
goodness.
1,000 points to look at the 4,000 I stole. Oh my god.
I like how in my OBS it's just fucking raining cakes. There's chaos. There's fucking noises and shit, and it scared the fuck out of me. Like, oh, that's
Oh my
5 goblin
God.
points.
Yeah, so we're
Yeah, holy fuck! Thank you.
now we have
Quick,
gone
someone stab me! I stabilize.
Oh, please!
But just a heads up, yeah, a reminder on that front, actually, you beat me to the punch, everybody. We have a system here that is a rework of the Pathfinder hero point system, which is a shared pool of hero points amongst all our goblins, and they can just help themselves to it for whatever reason they want, comedically or not. So if one of you goblins, if you think like, man, this bullshit pool needs to thin out, and I'm tired of us using these to like win encounters, you think maybe you're being a little too powerful, you can go ahead and be like, goblin bullshit go for like the stupidest, most inane roll too. Like I don't care how you use these points. Sorry, what?
Can we force other goblins to re-roll?
Not for this session, but I may entertain the notion.
Just a second. Sorry, there was a loud bang. I think something bad just happened. BRB.
All right. Well, while Alice is murdered by burglars, we are going to, and also knock on wood because that was
I was like, please don't. You just filled my heart with terror.
I apologize. It was a dark joke. But yes, the Goblin Bullshit Pool. Anytime you guys contribute to it, it'll be usable in a number of ways. Right now, it's 1 point for a reroll for the goblins that they can take whenever, and 4 points from the pool to stabilize if they've dropped to 0 HP and are starting to do their death rolls. So a goblin can make their death roll, and they can make another one, and they can choose to use it at any point in the death saving throws, because there is also a factor of, like, if they choose to not use it and then they get hit with critical damage, that goblin's dead before they can pull the goblin bullshit.
Oh, I'm back.
Welcome back. Is everything okay?
Yeah, no, my roommate, I think they accidentally knocked over their bookshelf, but apart from that, everything's fine.
That must have been startling. Fuck, a whole bookshelf.
I was fucking terrified, okay?
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you're okay and that everything is all right on that front. But to that end, just my long ramblings aside, yeah, Goblin Bullshit Pool, really awesome thing. Helps with the rerolls, and it also is a fun way to help support the project and directly contribute to us, because bits and donations are the most that we retain from like what people take. There'll be other things on offer as we go on with the project and stuff, but this is everything that is kind of like out there for now. And then of course, any subscriptions and stuff you put forward to Effie the Cat, as you normally would, are totally... Well, I mean, all of this money is for her to decide once we've had all of our shenanigans. But let me tell you, every little dollar you put into this platform, no matter where it goes, is supporting artists. And for that, we thank you so much. And speaking of these artists, before we get back to it, make sure that you go ahead and, all of you who are not already following them, check out each and every one of our wonderful Goblin players. So obviously, the channel we're hosting on here, Effie the Cat, start off with that, because she's where it's at. Rhymes. And then, of course, you should follow the fantastic Neon Alligator, that is NeonAligator, on Twitch. She is playing Gem. So yeah, make sure you follow her. She is she's going to be debuting her affiliate status at some point in the future, and we'll be doing a whole shebang around it, so make sure to tune in and follow for that to get in on the ground floor of the action there. And then, of course, we have the wonderful, talented artist playing Snooty, the Art of Ash. So that is her moniker on Twitch. And Ash is responsible for these reactives that you see that we're all using, and the overlay. The only thing that Ash is not responsible at the moment here is the Imagination Goes Here screen. She's only half responsible for it. Or
I am half responsible. It was a collaborative effort with the fantastic MWBDZ.
Yes. So we have my studio has a couple of awesome, fantastic people who regularly contribute to these projects, and I'm looking to increase it as our budget increases for all of our projects. But MWBDZ on Twitch is also one of my awesome contributing artists, and you'll be able to find some cool shit from him on our sessions as well, especially this one potentially if I get to reveal it. But to that end, he is another awesome artist, so please make sure you give some love and follows there. And then last but not least, before we get into all the shenanigans, Boggy is played by the wonderful _Gobby, who is a very talented fellow who does a lot of great voices and just has a very deep and sultry tone that helps me, take enjoyable candlelit baths. So if you want someone to soothe you while you bathe, Gobby's that man.
Oh my god, you take me to the bath?
Oh my.
So I never knew.
My secrets are out. Anyways, with that embarrassing moment out of there, also quick little reminder, I am Silver Kestrel at Silver Kestrel Studios. I run all kinds of D&D shit on my channel. We do a lot of fun things. It's a good time. You should probably tune in and check us out. Whatever, who cares? Anyways, let's go ahead and start the shenanigans, and we will see what has come of our little goblin bullshit endeavors to get the fireworks and all that other shit. So let me go ahead and play the music that was being used for that instance again, and then we can get back to the bullshit at hand. Music, hello. Oh, dirt. Him. Sorry. I'm still getting used to Foundry. Anyways, so when we last left our goblins, before we went on break, Boggy, I believe you were hauling a burnt corpse around the corner of another goblin to help sell the illusion of Desi's lie to Wiggums, that there is somebody who died who thought very highly of Wiggums, and it's such a tragedy, such a sad experience. As a distraction, while Gem is currently inside the back area of the moot, trying to help herself to a bit of stolen
Everything.
chicanery. Yes. Everything she can get her hands on that doesn't feel like it's part of the central no-touchy pile, because she was told, don't touch the pile of loot in the center of the moot. Nobody mentioned anything about the back rooms. And then outside of that, the only other thing to mention is that Snooty is still currently serenading the other goblins outside in an attempt to garner more celebrity status and make herself well known. So, to that end, let's go ahead and get back to the shenanigans at hand with Gem's critical failure roll. So, Gem, as you start sifting through all the shit, also, this is something we should lay the ground rules for now. Do you guys think I should allow the players to use goblin bullshit to reroll criticals? Critical failures, or do you think I should respect it like I do most of my fate systems, where a nat 1 is already ordained by fate and cannot be changed in its course? So you know what, let's get some opinions in chat on that front, and we'll revisit that when it becomes relevant. But for now, it's already been long enough that I'm going to let this nat critical one stay as it is.
Oh, look, there's a good opinion.
Okay, fair enough. So, moving forward as we listen to everybody in chat voice their opinion on that front. Gem, as you're picking up all of these objects, you're a little too, like, klepto overloaded, where you're just like, what does Gem take first? And so you start, like, grabbing the fireworks, but you're also like, oh yeah, I'm gonna grab the potion, and I'm gonna grab this big long boom thing. And as you're grabbing the big long boom thing, not only does it go off, but it seems to, as you're grabbing it, you're not familiar with the mechanisms of it, so the way you're holding it, it triggers it and fires some sort of burst of pellets into the area, causing it to embed in the surrounding equipment and causing you to drop one of the health potions on the ground. So you can go ahead and give me a roll to see if you can snag that out of the air as it's dropped. So let me go
With the health potions?
Yeah, one of the health potions, not both.
Oh, if I can drop all of it for the new boomstick.
I saw it's magnificent.
Okay, sure. So the boomstick goes off, and you're immediately like, oh my god, I'm in love with this thing, and you drop the health potions, and one of them shatters. And you haven't grabbed any of the fireworks, but as it goes off, it creates this outward explosive blast of little pellets that seem to have embedded like a whole bunch of the armor and like equipment that's in that room, and makes a very audible kablam noise. And so outside of the moot, we return to Wiggums is being led onwards to what is he can see Boggy. Boggy, how do you want to introduce this burnt goblin into the mix here before we get to when the shotgun goes off?
So Boggy is kind of just dragging Body by the hand, like Boggy is holding hands with Body and just dragging it around. I take you here. You're so warm. This is good for Boggy. And I don't ever really address the fact that someone can see me. I'm not convinced I realize. Part of me knows and wants him to know I have the body.
Okay. Yeah, so to that end, you go ahead and haul this corpse out from behind the moot and are like, oh, look, Boggy's got dead goblin and new friend kind of reaction. Wiggum sees this immediately, and Desi, how do you want to capitalize on the arrival of Boggy with this burnt corpse?
Oh, there wasn't anything he could do to save him. He was crispy.
Oh, wait, did you want to talk? Do you want to talk to Crispy?
Is he still breathing?
I don't think he has to breathe anymore.
Oh no!
It's fine. You look. I grabbed him by the jaw.
Oh, he's lucky dead. Oh,
No, it's fine. Wow, look over there. It's What the fuck do? It's a shiny thing.
What?
Look over in the distance. Literally anywhere else.
As you're directing him to look, as you're directing everyone to look away, and Wiggums is like, he's got the I've had enough of this shit face going pretty hardcore. The sound of a reverberating blast of some kind of weapon comes out of the front door of the moot, and Wiggums turns around. How do you guys want to react to Wiggums potentially losing attention on what you guys are currently doing at the moment?
Oh my god, is that a Clayton? Crazy!
I'm gonna tackle Wiggums to the ground and scream, "Let me get down, Mr. Wiggum President!"
Oh my lord.
I was gonna say Snooty was gonna play louder if she was able to hear any of this.
Sure, yeah, sure. So Snooty, you're gonna try and up the din of like goblins, making it super loud as much as you can, yeah?
Uh-huh, yep.
Okay. Before we get to that, let me go ahead and get a roll from... let's put Wiggums on screen because he's an important part of this interaction at the moment. Oops, and I'll put him back to his appropriate orientation. There we go. Doodle-doo, I'm Wiggums. Okay, so to that effect, can I get a surprise action? So I will let you have the 2 roll for it to tackle Wiggums and see if he gets away from you or not. So let me look at your shit real quick, Desi, and let you know what I need from you specifically on that front. What I can pass it off as for your quick action here is, because you're doing it so quickly, I will allow you an acrobatics roll. And you can also... Oop, I was about to say, you have did you do the 2 rolls?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Okay, so don't worry. You can roll another straight one, and we'll use the 2 of the highest.
Okay.
Update your overlay for the rolling.
Ah, okay, thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Alright, so Wiggums is going to do a little bit of a roll there, and I don't actually have Wiggums set up as a token right now, but I will just still do a little bit of a reroll there. So 1d20, and his natural evasion would be like a +4, so... Oops. Roll 1d20 +4.
Yeah, alright. So, that's fair and all, but, fuck you.
So, yeah, you go to dodge and, like, jump on him to push him down to the ground to be like, look out, Mr. Wiggum's president, and he just sidesteps you as you come flying forwards, just, like, looking down at you, and, like, he looks so frustrated right now, because he has no idea what the hell you guys are trying to do. Meanwhile, before we get to Boggy's actions, and then eventually back to Gem, can I get Snooty to go ahead and... Snooty, can you give me a performance roll to see if you can convince these goblins to basically get rowdy as fuck with your singing? And if you want, you can sing a song to get
You mind
a
if
bonus.
I sing the new song that I wrote?
You can sing the new song if you want. Here, let me go ahead and facilitate a little stop to the music. Go ahead. There you go. Let's see how you do.
All right. Okay. Goblins block the doors with sticks to better keep in those kicks. Light the place with stolen bright. Grin with glee, it lights the night. Sing a song and stomp your feet. Wait your turn with fire eats. When it guttered down and dies, find a cooked meat locked inside, burning down the barn. Burning down the barn. People's dogs and horses, frogs and cats and logs of courses, burning down the barn. There you go.
I think that deserves a round of applause.
Thank you.
All right.
That was fucking amazing.
So, with that,
Can I do
then,
a keep higher then, if that's all right?
Yes, you keep higher. Yes, 100%. Roll a performance at the keep higher. The curse continues. It's a little bit better though. It's higher than your last attempt at doing some performative stuff. So they're getting rowdy. It's louder. It's not like a huge amount louder, but it's louder than it was before. So it might help, it might not. Who knows? We'll see how it pans out. Meanwhile, Boggy, as Desi just goes prone on the ground trying to grab our poor Mr. Goblin here. Well, not poor. He's frustrated. Oh god, hiccups, go away. What is your course of action, Boggy?
Boggy make new friend.
Okay.
Boggy make old friend.
So, you're going to cast a certain spell, I assume, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how does that work? Do you just automatically do it, or...?
I will click the thing again. Oh, wait. There you go. And that should be it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds good. So, as far as I'm aware, that's just you activating the spell and not needing to do any... Oh, it's a 1 minute of sustain. So I would assume that, like, regardless of how that's interpreted, you took the time to start casting it while this other shenaniganry was occurring. And now that it's come to a head, Desi and Wiggums both watch as this very wispy goblin gets up off of the ground in like kind of like a making a bit of a noise like that as he just stands up and stares at Boggy, waiting for like Boggy to like tell him to do something.
I need you to move your mouth up and down like you're going to eat a Brian. But I need you to. I'm going to make it sound like you said something, okay?
I'm gonna assume that it's gonna try its best to interpret your will. So the goblin turns around, and it just starts moving its mouth like it's trying to eat like air Brians. So what are you gonna do, Bobby?
I'm just trying to make my friend happy. She was no, she's dead. No, she's right here. Look. It's
What?
Brian. It's Brian. Hi.
What? No, that's Keith.
Yeah, it's
Brian's in your head.
Yep, it's Keith. He just wants Brian's now. Yep.
Wait.
Wait, nope. No,
What?
that'd be strange. He's just Keith. Yeah.
I know everybody wants big
Don't worry,
Brian's.
no one's dead. No one's dead because of fire. Right, Keith?
Oh,
We
yeah.
going now.
Okay.
Hi, Wiki.
Wiggums?
You know what they say?
Bye, Desi. Bye, Wiki.
Yeah, nothing is here. It's
I
okay
would
now.
I would say that Wiggum's reaction to this has created a sufficient amount of extra time for Gim to accomplish certain things, so...
Can I
Gam,
accomplish enough things?
what do you want to do after, like... So you've discovered that this thing fires, like, a burst of pellets, and seems to be, like, a very interesting piece of equipment, and you shattered one of the healing potions, the other one is on the ground. What are you going to do?
Can I grab a firework or two?
Yeah, you can give me another thieving roll to see how lucky you are on, like, the rest of the stuff you haul off. Alright, yeah, you grab the potion and quickly pocket it, and then you grab 3 or 4 of... We'll say you grab 4 of the long, 1-foot, kind of, like, stick things that seem to set off fires or flares of some kind.
I don't know if I can carry anymore.
No, you can't. You've got, like, a whole bunch of shit. So you've got the tubes, the 4 tubes, another healing potion, and then this big, like... This gun thing that you've found is pretty hefty. Like, if you were to fire it while from a standing position, there's a good chance that you would go, like, flying backwards, like the short fellow from the third Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Yeah.
But, it seems to have quite a power to it. It makes a very thunderous explosion of noise and stuff. So you can haul it out with you, but there's nowhere you can tuck it on your person that's going to not make it look like you know, haven't... You can let me know how you want to hide it in case somebody notices you're hauling it off, but otherwise, what would you like to do now that you have these items, Gem?
Okay. I can hide the potion on me quite easily. I can just claim it's mine.
Yes, they're small
sure
and easy
everybody
to
has
carry.
those. Fireworks, I can explain away quite easily, I think,
Yes.
by saying these are the fireworks for the party.
Yeah, 100%.
The gun is an issue. I'm gonna have to
Yes.
have somebody else hold the gun for me.
Alright, well, nobody is around you at the moment, but how do you want to get out of this situation?
Well, I'm gonna poke my head out the door. Like, I've got my goods. Trying to check the coast is clear.
Alright, so you're gonna, like, look to see what's going on, and you can see that, Desi and Wiggums are standing there. Wiggums looks like he has a shocked look on his face. And is staring at something kind of, like, off from the side that you can't really see, but you can kind of hear Boggy saying some shit. And it's probably safe to assume that Boggy's doing something that has sufficiently horrified Wiggums for the time being. So at the moment, Desi, while looking over, Desi, you notice Gam kind of, like, slunking out with this big fucking gun and a handful of fireworks. Is there anything you want to do as you watch her, like, emerge?
I'm gonna hug Wiggums. Well, just thank you for taking care of us. Everything is fine. We're so lucky to have you.
I will make my getaway at that moment and try to
Yeah.
sneak behind.
Yeah, fair enough. So you haven't really done too much to really put yourself in a position of losing your stealth roll, so I can tell you now that Wiggums isn't gonna notice, as he's, like, being held by Desi. He's a little too preoccupied with literally watching this walking, talking, crispy, super well done goblin in front of him at the moment, and hold on, let's do something here to help better illustrate what is currently occurring. So, as that is happening, also, Boggy, is there anything else you want to do or make your Quispy friend do, or are you going to kind of, like, leave the area?
Boggy is like a dog. I just chase inanimate, imaginary objects, and I don't know what to do with them when I have them.
Oh my god.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I mean, Keith? Yeah, Keith. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with Keith.
Alright, that's fair. Well, are you just kind of standing there absentmindedly staring into space then, while your crispy Keith friend just kind of continues to make mouth movements?
I mean, that is basically my modus operandi.
Okay, so now I will do the reenactment of Desi's course of action, which is to go, "Oh, Wiggums, you've been so kind to us. Thank you so much," throwing her arms around him and just basically being like, "Oh, I can't, I'll never be able to repay you. Thank you, blah, 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 blah." And, yeah, so meanwhile, Wiggums is just kind of like, and yeah, he doesn't really know how to process what he's seen here right now, but he's not really talking to both of you as he just kind of pushes you away a bit, Desi, and continues to walk back towards the moot. By this point, however, Gem, you have emerged from the moot and made away scot-free with your loot and around the corner back to the celebrations. So, let me yada things here a little bit. I'll put Wiggums back here for the time being, and then we can go ahead and hide him again. So as you come back together in the open kind of like celebration space, Snooty, you've kind of stopped doing the entertainment side of things for a bit, or are you going to continue to like build up the songs and good times?
She's most likely have gotten like everybody to just kind of start singing like songs and everything like that, and she's gonna probably slip away and see what everybody's been doing because she realized the little group that she's been going on has disappeared from her, and she's like,
"That's not fair. They get to go on extra adventure. I won't go on extra adventure."
So Desi, eventually, as the night yada yadas forward a little bit, Desi, Gem, Snooty, and Boggy, the four of you are around as Gem is kind of like, Gem, what are you trying to do with this gun that you found? Like, what's your course of action now that you have it and are like out of the moot?
Snooty, can I see Snooty?
Yeah, Snooty would have been coming towards you at some point, being like, what are these guys getting up to? So if you want to deal with it before Snooty shows up, you could. Or you could involve her in your scheme, whichever you want to do.
I need to hide all the items on me, so one of the best ways to do that is to have scapegoats. So...
Desi, I need you to hold these.
I'm going to pass him the fireworks.
Hide that. Right, Boggy, you need to hide this, okay?
I'm going to hand him the healing potion.
You, Snooty, put this somewhere.
I'm going to hand them the big boomstick.
But Boggy is going to look you in the eye and slowly blink. One eye at a time. And then poof into a little thing and ask where to put it.
So
Yeah, it's somewhere.
Boggy is now little Boggy at the moment. So yeah. Let me just bring that back up for everybody who isn't familiar with it. So Boggy's current form, which is his default, is this, which is a small, a very tiny sized stuffed goblin doll that looks like it's been hand sewn by somebody. So yeah, as Boggy returns to that size, and you hand him a healing potion that's roughly like his size, maybe a little bit smaller, do you just leave him to hold it, or do you, like, retract the potion at all again?
I steal both of them. I take the potion and Boggy.
No.
Meanwhile, is Quispy... What was the name we gave him?
Keith.
Is Quispy Keith...
Crispy. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Has Quispy Keith followed you, Boggy?
I mean, where else is he gonna go? We don't have a donut shop here. There's no place for him to work.
Fuck, god damn it. So he comes wandering out and is still standing there amongst all of you, chewing in the air like he's got something to eat. And Snooty, Gem hands you a gun at roughly the same time you see a living, burnt, crispy version of another goblin just standing there going, ow, now, in the air. So,
What type of adventure were you on? No fair, I was entertaining masses, and you here to go on adventure.
I can't help you're so cool and you just entertain everybody, okay?
You think Snooty's cool?
Yeah, Snooty's real cool. Too cool. We had a really lame adventure. It was just a little bit of like subterfuge. Nothing like you. The coolest goblin I know. Like, go on. Shut up.
I have.
Snooty like peer pressure. Thank you for calling Snooty cool.
Yeah. Real
You need
cool.
to hide it on
real
your
cool.
person. We'll need it later.
I heard sing and this. She's gonna slap her hand over her chest and be like, the frog that lives in my chest, the one that makes the hops that keeps you alive. Yeah, that'd be a little bit faster. I was like, oh yeah, that's good music. Yeah, so you're real cool.
You have a frog inside of you?
We all got a little frog inside of us.
So Buggy was right. There is something inside of us.
Well, I mean,
I tried to tell you. Buggy still doesn't know what the lie is.
It's okay, Buggy. Okay, listen.
So.
It's like the Brian, except it's there to keep it's in charge of your blood.
So Desi and Buggy smart. Whoa.
Yeah, we're real smart.
And
yeah,
Gem super strong, and I'm the cool one.
Yeah,
this is great.
Yeah. See,
we understand our abilities really well.
Where do I put this though?
You just go put it somewhere. Nobody can see it. It's secret. It's only for cool people, and we're cool. But yeah.
How big is like a normal goblin bag to be able to put that in?
It won't fit in a bag. This thing is it's a hand cannon of a bitch. Like, it is. This gun is not gonna fit in anything you guys own equipment wise. Like, wherever you put it, it's visible unless you try to, like. It's not gonna fit in a bag. Any of the bags you guys currently have, or any equipment you guys currently have, it's not gonna fit in it.
Gem,
Just for
where we're
reference?
putting.
Yes.
I am 2'11".
You put 11.
Yeah, I rolled.
Put 2.
I mean, we all have 2 feet.
Gosh, you're so smart. I wish I was smart as you.
You say funny things.
I like to think
Love your biggest pride.
the goblin attraction height bias is 3 feet. So, like, if you were a goblin under 3 feet, you would get ignored on Tinder.
Yeah, I'm in the 2'5" category for sure.
Yeah. But with all this done, before we get on with the goddamn adventure, what is your plan of action for this fucking huge cannon of a weapon?
Can we put it in our hut if we have one?
Yeah, each of you has your own hut.
Yeah.
Snooty's hut has a lot of places for hiding things. Snooty likes to go to the villages for the big people tribes sometimes, and get new things to look like pretty ladies.
Can I go to Snooty's hut?
We can all go to my house. My hut pretty.
Yeah. Let's go.
Slumber party.
Slumber party. Yo. I'll get the beer.
Oh, Bucky
Oh,
just
yeah,
had
we
really
should-
good idea, actually.
Yeah.
Oh.
Again?
Buggy.
Question. Do goblins believe in witch transportation or floor cleanliness? Or beating their children with brooms?
I mean, I kind of need a little bit more context on
I
this
need a
inquiry.
broom.
You need a broom?
Yeah, I need a broom with the little the stickies at the bottom.
Okay, you find one on the way to Snooty's house if you're going with them.
Okay, so I just take off the bottom of it and I put it on the end. Like I take the hair off of the broom and I just put it on the gun so it looks like a broom now.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, alright.
Whoa, so smart.
Where did the gun go?
Fuck me.
This is, I just, I said the magic words and it disappears.
Oh, can I get the boomstick back?
I think I tried to yank on the hair.
Alright. You know what? Fair is fair here. Boggy, I'm gonna get you to roll me...
You want me to roll craft?
Yeah, I want you to give me, like, a crafting roll.
Ah, you fool! Maybe I'm still a fool. Yeah, I am.
Do it. Oh, we can't. Oh, fuck.
Wait, did we establish that we cannot, or we can?
I think I'm going to say that nat 20s and nat 1s cannot be touched.
That's some goblin bullshit.
That's some goblin bullshit right there.
Yes, so you stuff the bits of the broom inside of it, and somehow its mechanism gets like re-centered, and you you click it and it fires again, but there's nothing loaded in it now except for the part of the broom that you're trying to work into this design. So it fires the broom handle out and out of the village, like a fair distance off into the distance. And now the bit of broom that you were using to disguise it has basically just gone bye-bye. And it also makes another loud BAM! As all three of the things trigger. However, with nothing loaded in the other two barrels, it just makes a very loud noise.
Oh, we
Fear-
need to go, we need to go, we need to go.
Fear not, goblins! Fear not! I have shooed away the witch. You could see her in the night sky, leaving our village.
Alright.
Backing up slowly.
Are you guys just gonna fucking make a runner to Snooty's hut?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you're just like trying to explain away, like, oh, there's a witch in the sky, and we made him go away, and everyone's just kind of like looking at each other for an excuse to follow up on. Snooty just turns and fucking starts like Olympic running towards her hut, and every one of you is just like, good idea. So, as all four of you make your way to the hut in question, I assume it would probably be reasonable that in order to... Also, I love the idea of fucking your crispy reanimated friend trying to run to keep pace with you guys. Well, and he still hasn't stopped making the mouth movements, so he's just like this crispy burn victim goblin going nom nom in the air as he follows you and is the last one to reach the hut. But as all of you pile into Snooty's hut, for the time being, you feel like nobody noticed you, and there's nothing really noteworthy to like kind of talk about on that front. But coming together in the hut, now you feel like maybe, at least for the time being, your coast is clear. So before you guys settle in for the evening and sleep off anything that may have occurred here this night, I assume that you guys are probably going to all stay in Snooty's hut together, just to make sure that, like, you know, you're all together if anything goes wrong with your actions. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Sure.
All right.
It's my house, so yeah.
Do any of you goblins want to get up to anything in Snooty's place before we go to the following morning and go to your prescribed adventure?
What is Snooty's hut like?
Snooty, can you describe your hut?
So Snooty's hut is just covered head to toe with like just trash and like shiny things and like busted up furniture that she's probably just stolen from the people village pretty close by, or she's just like made makeshift things that she thinks that like wealthy pretty celebrity people have. So like she has a fake wig stand with like leaves on it and like a full-length mirror, but instead of actually being a mirror, it's just a wood plank with it's just a wood plank where a mirror would be, in a sense, as like an example of what it would look like. It's just like she tried her best to look like a very wealthy person with like bullshit, and it's pretty great.
So I think it's probably safe to say that Snooty has been going to the outskirts of the larger settlement, Magnamar, on the outskirts of the bog itself, and probably helped herself to the dump on the outside of the city. Oh, yeah.
She thinks that's part of the city. Like, it's like a place where people go to, like, just go. So she's just like, oh, wow, look at all these cool things people just go and grab. I'm just gonna take this stuff. Okay, bye.
All right, so you've done a little bit of Gomster dumpling diving? What? Goblin dumpster diving.
Yep.
And decorated your home accordingly. So
Dumpster.
I think to the rest of you, this would definitely be a pretty impressive, like, looking house. Like, damn, Snooty's got a lot of cool shit.
Wow.
Wow, Snooty, you're just so cool.
How you get rich?
Can I do a society roll to
has
make
no
sure
money.
that I know what these things are?
Sure, go ahead. Give me some society.
All right, 1 second.
Snooty just took stuff.
Desi, considering you have some familiarity with more like urban places, you would realize that like a lot of this looks like what people would commonly discard in dumps. So places that like a lot of refuse is chucked when it's no longer useful. And you also are very familiar with those being a great place to get a hold of a lot of like spare scrap pieces and bits and pieces of things that make for very good explosives.
Oh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you got good things, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So
Got
yeah.
a
So
lot of good things.
yes. You want to hear something crazy? I'm gonna tell you a secret. So you were like, like the trash heap, the pile that's made out of the doo doo and the bones and like the bug carcasses.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Humans have like their own version. Yeah. Okay.
The Longshanks.
Yeah, the Longshanks. And they throw a lot of cool stuff because they fucking live like the chief. Every one of them, they're just rich. And so
I just wanted to impress Chief mostly. Chief
we all
Belly
want to
Bloat is
impress
really
his
cool.
grundleness.
He's so handsome. I don't know how I'm gonna compete with him. I want to be a celebrity, but I also want people to still like the Chief.
Oh my goodness, it was a lot to take in. It's just like I think if you would have said something, I think our heads would have exploded. Our brains would have been all over the wall. I fucking hate Wiggums, but maybe it's not so bad.
I was tempted, but the Chief fell asleep because we talked too long. I was gonna ask if there was Mrs. Chief Belly Bloat, but he fell asleep. I am sad.
Nobody can ads to Snooty.
Maybe Ricky knows if he has. What if we? He only really talks to Ricky. What if it's more of like a Wiki Chief? Kind of.
What if Wiki and Chief are together?
Yeah, I mean, he only really talks to Ricky.
My squiggly spooch hurts.
And she grabs where her heart is.
Oh no! The frog in your chest. It's sick.
Look, Snooty. I gotta see if those two being together. Look at them. He's so disgusting, and he's just so amazing.
Right. Wiggy's so ugly. He's like me. I'm very ugly. I hate being ugly. I want the Chief to notice me.
Snooty, listen. I'm gonna grab her by the face, just like grab her by the cheeks gently, and just like grab your little fucking goblin hands. Hey, listen. You know what? You might be horrifically disgusting. And you might actually make my tummy want to turn inside out. But you got determination and you got popularity. And you know what that means? That means you can move social constructs to make it so you are the new pretty.
What's a social construct?
Listen. We live in society.
I don't know these words.
No. Fuck.
Oh no.
I'm just saying, here. I'm just saying, look. If we make you the most popular, then people are gonna look at you and they're gonna be like, whoa, I wanna be like Snooty, right? So then what you do is the new good thing. And what, you're not is the new bad thing. So, so if you become most popular, you will become super pretty. And then maybe Chief Wiggums will stop giving Wiggums the boom bang. You know what I mean? She's gonna make the two whole cut, like the two OK symbols, and just kind of slap them together. Maybe he'll stop giving Wiggums the Piggums, and maybe marry you.
Well, I don't know what she's saying, but she's right.
You really think the chieftain will like me enough if I become more popular and marry me?
Yeah, why not?
Have you thought about eating him? He'd have to marry you then.
That's fair. But Goblin doesn't taste too good. The last village I was in, we had to eat our last chief because, he got bit by a horse. It was very sad.
But look at our chief. He's so big. He's gotta taste good.
Our goblin chief wasn't big and handsome like them.
my chief from my old village was very skinny. It was mostly like biting on bone. It wasn't very good.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
Look, when we
Keep
come
going.
back from this mission,
Yeah.
we'll eat him. And then
Oh.
we'll have a wedding. Yeah.
Perfect. Amazing. I
We'll have a
like
second
this
feast
plan.
and
My
then a
squiggly
wedding.
spooch feels like there's a bunch of swamp flies in it. I feel very happy.
Ah, the frog is healthy. Alright, cool.
Do I hear wedding bells?
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh,
I don't hear them.
Oh.
Where are
Wait.
they?
I'm making a noise.
Boggy,
That's
do
what
you
they sound
do you
like,
know
right?
how to do wedding stuff? You seem like somebody who would probably think they know things. You're so
I-
smart.
I honestly don't know what a wedding is, and I think I heard tinnitus.
Oh. Oh, tinnitus. Got it. Alright. Yeah. That makes sense.
Is that the thing that happens when you step on a nail?
Yeah.
Is that how I got it?
Tinnitus.
That
yeah.
explains a lot.
Yeah, I should probably take a look at that.
Crying.
All right. Well, I think that's enough roleplay.
Things you don't want your GM to say.
Silver is literally just sitting here and being like, I put 4 idiots together. What the fuck did I do?
I mean, we don't need a GM at this point. You can go
Yeah.
Silver if you want.
Yeah, this shit runs itself. I'm just gonna be over here
Silver.
watching fucking watching horse porn. It'll be fine. We're good.
What?
Don't worry about it. It's an
Don't
inside
you know
joke.
about? Don't you know about Silver's massive collection of horse porn?
Right, moving on.
Anyways.
I would like to do one thing though. Can
Yes.
I rummage through some of his stuff while the speech is happening and maybe take something?
Just give me. Well, Snooty, would you take exception to Gem being a little thief in your home?
I mean, Snooty does know where everything is because she's one of those people that has like organized chaos type things where
Right,
she's like,
she knows where it
she
is,
knows
but
where-
it looks like a fucking
Mhm.
hoarder tripped and fell down a stairs and hit another hoarder. In
oh
here.
yeah, it kind of, you know that lady from Labyrinth, like Jim Henson's Labyrinth with all the chairs and all the stuff like piled onto her back.
Yeah.
It's like that inside the house basically. On like certain surfaces, it's just piled on shit just everywhere.
All right, go ahead and give me a stealth roll, Gem, to see if Snooty can even notice what the fuck you're doing. First of all.
Wait, I'm rolling thievery or
You're rolling stealth because it's technically
Oh,
not
stealth.
like thievery is a little bit of a different situation. I would feel so. Wow, that was a 3, 2, 2.
that was a 2? That was nearly. There's no need for goblin bullshit at this point.
Hey, Snooty, can you give me a perception roll, please?
Oh yeah. Perception.
Just
right,
roll a
right,
1,
right.
please. 3, please. Thank you.
Battle of the shitty rolls.
I'm happy for Snooty to tell me what I get.
You both rolled
If you want to do it that
twos.
way.
You both rolled twos. Yeah, so Snooty, you don't notice Gem taking off with some random object from your pile, but you can tell me what she pockets in a hurry.
She pockets this like this it's a wooden like it's like a wooden doll type thing with like it's like kind of split like in half almost, and it looks like it was like hastily wrapped back together with like vines and stuff like that, and the hair is like all ripped out and painted green to look like a goblin doll.
Oh.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
So you pocket a little goblin doll then, Gem.
I'm gonna add that to my inventory. Right. Oh, I click and drag, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you can add
Yeah.
that, or you can you can add a custom inventory item just by doing
Well, I can edit it, I think. Yes.
yeah. So there we go. So with that evening's efforts all undertaken, I'm sure we could all sit in this hut and talk about how much we're fangirling over Chief Belly Bloat for the entirety of the evening. But I think as the day comes once more again, we will go to the next stage of our adventure. Oh boy. Alright, so let's go ahead and get a little bit of ambient swamp. Oh god. Settle down, swamp. Pay no mind to the dog barks. Alright. Yeah. So, with that said and done.
Dog, where?
Shush.
Wait a minute.
Shh, quiet. It didn't happen. As you all awaken from the evening's festivities in various states of sobriety and health, the morning rays of the sun greet you as your party makes ready for their excursion into the bog beyond. Before you leave the village border into Brinestump Marsh, however, as the four of you collect your things and begin to head out, Wiggums awaits you at the western exit of the village. How would you all like to react to his presence?
Ew, it's Wiggums.
Look, after you get married, he's gonna have to answer to you.
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
Oh, yeah.
I guess I gotta be nice to him until then.
Yeah.
So the big multi-barreled boomstick thing that you stole last night, where did you decide to end up leaving that as well? Or are you guys just blatantly bringing it with you?
If Gem wants, Snooty would bring it with, and Snooty would have probably wrapped it up in like a bunch of cloth and made it like a backpack.
Gem's already forgotten about it. She's stolen it. Now she has it, she doesn't care about it. She's looking for her next thing to steal.
Okay, then it's just staying in Snooty's house with broom things in it.
You're not taking it with you?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
right. Fair enough.
Okay.
You think Snooty could carry that? She ain't strong enough to carry that fucking thing the whole time.
I don't know. Can I use it even? I could. I'd be really good with it, actually.
Uh-huh.
Fuck.
So Wiggum's watching you all come forwards to him, waiting near the edge of the village. Sorry, word not working very well there. He just kind of stops for a minute, looking very unimpressed at all of you, and as you come walking up, he just goes, "Do any of you know about anybody entering the moot last night and taking a few things from our storage?"
I was
That was that-
saying.
Yeah, true. But there was also that crispy guy walking around.
Yeah. There's that crispy. Keith got better. It got kind of weird, though. I don't really remember. I got really drunk. I threw up in a frog. It was great.
Boggy's also right. There are things inside of us.
Yeah. But I mean, this was an actual frog.
Yeah, but
More than
Desi, you
just
said that there was a
brains.
frog inside of you. Did you throw up a frog into a
Yeah, if
frog?
the frog stops hopping in your chest, you die. You know?
Oh my
That's what
god.
makes the thuds. You can feel it. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
So Wiggums looks at you all as you're having this stupid fucking conversation. Desi, you're the one who was handed the 4 firework sticks, right?
Yes.
Yes.
What are you doing with them as you guys leave out? Are you leaving them behind, or are you bringing them with you in your equipment? They could fit in like a bag decently enough of yours.
Oh, they're going in my bag with the rest of my stuff. My, alchemical ingredients, my flasks, my bottles, my.
Oh,
raw
that won't go
ingredients.
badly at all. Okay, good.
No.
I'm gonna have to make a note about your personage and relate to some encounters, but for now, yeah, Desi, you have the 4 fireworks that are like barely kind of sitting in your bag with all the other shit because they are each a foot long, and there's 4 of them. But for the time being, they don't seem to be that big of an issue. But what really is noted is what you told me is that the big boomstick thing you've wrapped in cloth, or you left it behind in Snooty's place.
Both.
Ah, okay. So it's still in your hut, Snooty, yes?
Oh yeah, it has the broom stuff in it and everything still. So it looks really fucking weird and janky against like a wall of the hut. But it's like it's surrounded by so much garbage, no one would really notice what it is. Unless of course somebody went like fully looking in there and like destroyed her whole hut looking for it.
Fair enough, fair enough. So you guys don't bring the most obviously notable thing out, and he just kind of looks a little frustratingly at all of you for a minute as all these conversations and interactions are going on, and he just kind of sighs and goes, It's not important. There was only a bit of minor damage in the moat. But
Is Chief okay?
Yeah, is he alright?
He like gestures over to the side near the feast pit, and you can hear like the drifting sounds of like a loud goblin like coming from the multitude of the goblins, and he just kind of goes, "The chief is fine. He is resting after the night. It was a good feast. Now I am going to ask each and every one of you to do your best to grab the fireworks. Chief really wants these fireworks, and I want to make sure you succeed despite your rude behavior." And he reaches behind him and takes from a pile of stuff that he was carrying out, and he goes, he takes, from this bag, he takes one of the same cylindrical fireworks that you guys stole from last night, and a little healing potion. And he takes one out and walks over to Desi, and he goes, "Here, take this."
Thank you. Yeah, I'll take it.
And he turns around and goes back into the bag and pulls out one of the foot-long sticks and a healing potion, and goes to Gem and goes, "Here, take it."
Oh boy.
That's a lesser healing potion, right?
Yes. So make sure you
So
guys.
do I still have the other one on me?
Yep. Yeah, 100%. Or wait, no, you gave it to Boggy, didn't you? Or did you take it back?
Oh, I picked both. I picked Boggy and the potion.
Oh, right. Yeah. So he goes into the bag and is looking and looks behind it, Snooty, and then Boggy, you're in doll form right now, yes?
Boggy lives in bag.
In bag? Whose bag?
I don't know.
You can be in mine if you want.
Someone pick me up.
mean, I'm happy to kleptomaniac you every so often.
Did I get out of the bag at some point? Boggy doesn't.
I mean, once I
really...
got you, it doesn't matter.
yeah. Okay.
So Wiggums turns around and he just
spicy.
stops for a minute and he goes, "Where is Boggy?"
Oh no.
Yeah, where is Boggy? He was at the hut last night.
And I take my back.
I think we left him back at the party.
Boggy?
Hello?
Oh, I hear him. Hold on.
She
Is
starts
he
like,
in the
patting
pyre?
everyone down to try to find him. Starting with Wiggums.
All right. So, Gem, do you take Boggy out, or are you like keeping Boggy in your bag and like trying to shut him up?
I think I searched for my bag for a bit, yeah. And I'll pull Boggy out.
All right. So you pull out Boggy, and Boggy, what do you say?
Huh.
Hi.
Is that it? Just like that?
Where's Boggy?
Well, did anyone believe me that I was the frog inside of you?
There is a frog.
Yeah, but I was making noises like I was the frog.
Oh.
Wait, you were inside
That's what
me?
that
Oh
was.
no.
I have seen too much. You should stop eating so much junk food.
Oh my god. So
Centipedes taste so nice.
Wiggums just looks at Boggy and thinks for a minute, and he just turns around and grabs 2 potions and 2 of the fireworks things and puts them both in Snooty's hands and just goes, "Here, you carry for Boggy too."
Boggy is bad enough.
Okay.
Boggy will like climb back into the back.
All right, so Snooty, as you take the remainder of the equipment, Wiggums looks at you, and he goes, "Now, the map which you have, pointing to Gem, will take you along the stream through the bog. But I have come to warn you, you will need to be careful along the way. There is a large creature that we are all very familiar with by this point, Trunkwalker. Trunkwalker is big spider. Very big spider. Sometime back, many legs eats babies was a big problem. Yes, Trunk Spider ate that spider. Trunk legs.
No.
Trunkwalker is big. And he points to like the biggest. He points to one of the bigger like buildings in the village and says, "That big."
That's like a horse. Oh no.
That's like 2 horses.
2 horses where?
Oh God, where?
Every time someone says the word horse, all you hear is.
I didn't pick up on your
cut
mic.
out for me.
All right, so as Wiggums is just like sighing and rubbing the temple of his head, he just gestures openly to the bog and says, "Anyways, make sure you don't aggravate Trunkwalker. Trunkwalker, very big problem. Would not want to come to village if you fuck up and run back home. But," and he points to the firework that is still in Snooty's hand, "maybe that will help you keep Trunkwalker from doing what Trunkwalker does. Please try to come back in one piece and with fireworks,
Yeah. We got this. We got this. We want shiny badges. We want to be cool.
Yeah.
Boggy used to
Listen,
being multiple.
listen. If I don't get that shiny little badge, I don't know what I'll do. But it won't be good.
Wiggums rolls his eyes, completely done with your shit, and just kind of goes, Yes. You will have your badge when you come back with the fireworks. If you come back without the fireworks, though, remember, you will be the stupidest goblins."
Oh! Fair. We'll use our Brian's and we will, we'll go get this done.
As you should. So Wiggums adjusts his empty monocle on his eye. It's like a fancy little rim of gold that chains down to his head and has no lens in it whatsoever, that sits on like the brim of his nose. And he just kind of nods curtly and goes, "Is there anything else any of you needs from Wiggums, or shall I return to figuring out who caused problems at the moot?"
I can't bear to think about anybody that's messing with the chief. But no, that should be everything. We'll go get the thing and yeah, you have a good day, Wiggums.
Anyone else have anything they want to say or do?
Wiggums, I have one question before we go, cause I haven't asked since I haven't lived in village long.
Yes, Snowdy?
Does Chief have mischief, or anything like that?
Does the chief have a mate, is your question?
Yeah.
Chief is too strong for mate. Chief needs mate who can prove themselves worthy of his considerable girth. He is a very powerful...
I hate that.
Yes. Fuck. Just shut up. Just shut the fuck up and forget it. Just go to the swamp. Just get in the fucking swamp.
It's not just the length that satisfies, it's mostly the girth. And this man be girthy.
Damn, B, is your name Gary Oak?
Oh my god.
Because I can't ignore that girth.
God damn it.
Oh boy.
Anyways, giggles aside, Wiggums just nods his head and says, "Yeah, anyone who is to breed with the chief would need to make sure they are the strongest, most popular goblin. Only the strongest, most popular goblin could hope to stay in chief's company for a night and survive."
Oh,
I
okay.
give Snooty like an elbow, like,
Yeah. Remember the plans?
For both
Okay,
this
but no,
elf
but
waiting each
listen.
side of Snooty.
She's like being bonded.
Strong. If I become strong as well on this, maybe we don't have to do the thing. We can just
No.
do the other thing.
I mean, if we do both, it's twice as impressive.
You know what? Fair. Yeah. No, I good. Bye,
Nice.
Wiggum. Thank you for telling me about Handsome Chief. I go do firework thing now.
And she just starts walking. She doesn't care if there's still more to say. She just starts going.
Bye, Wickham.
I start running
Yeah,
after you.
Bye. This is gonna start following.
Wiggums.
Oh, wait.
in-
And I run back and I pick up Boggy and put him back in the bag.
So yeah, you all head out into the marsh, and Wiggums just again rolls his eyes in true Wiggums fashion and heads back to the moot, leaving you all to begin your journey into the marsh. So, as you progress into the nasty swamp lands, I'm going to need a roll from each and every one of you. And that roll is going to be...
Without choosing?
No.
The audacity of this bitch. Gotta respect it, but damn.
Survival. I want a survival roll from each of you, please.
Please.
Well, I guess you died. Whoops. You failed to survive.
I like to think that Gam and Boggy are working together to be like the lead on this like endeavor into the bogs, whereas Snooty and Desi. Sorry, what?
I was going to say, he's not in the backpack. You know how some backpacks have like the handle on the top? I've stuffed Boggy underneath that.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you're basically traversing the bog together. Also, just a reminder: if any time you want to interrupt me when I'm talking and just say "goblin bullshit," go when you want to do a reroll, or you can interrupt me when you feel like it's more polite. Either way, you're always welcome to say so. But like, if you do a roll and immediately you're not happy with it, you're always welcome to just yell out "goblin bullshit," go. But
Okay.
yeah. To that end, moving out into the swamp, you have the the two more capable, it would seem, navigators of the swamp, despite Snooty having apparently the highest modifier. Snooty, because you have a level of like understanding of this, you're not too at the tail end of things here, but you are lagging behind a little bit as you have to constantly pull Desi out of like pits of water and fucking little mud traps. So by this point, Desi, you're like coated in mud and guck and swamp water, as every now and then, Snooty, you turn and just have to pull Desi out again and again from these pits in the water. And Gam and Boggy, as you two are progressing forwards a little bit further, you taking your time, enjoying the sights. Snooty, as you pull Desi out of another one of these pools, you notice that there is something shining underneath one of the trees a little ways away from you.
Immediately drop Desi.
No.
Fair, right there, fair. I need it.
No, hold on. It's Snooty and Desi who notice.
It's Snooty and Desi? Oh, my bad.
Yes. So Gam and Boggy are still moving forwards, but you see it, both of you, Snooty and Desi, you see this shiny thing nestled under the bottom of a tree trunk a little ways across a small bit of swampy ground. And a thick canopy of like foliage above it, where the trees are quite thick in the area. So is there anything that you would like to do, and now that you see that? The both of you.
Okay, so if we tie our feet together, we could probably make it over there without going into anything. You know, like three-legged race? We should be able to do that. And we should be able to get you through here a lot better because you're covered in mud and grass. And don't get me wrong, it make you look real pretty, but we need to go faster.
I start pulling out my rope and grappling hook for this.
All right. So as you watch them, walking towards that area, Gem, you can make out that turning around, like not hearing your companions. You and Boggy are both a little ways away from them as you watch Snooty and Desi tying themselves together by like a little rope, and you notice just as they start walking towards a space, and you can see a glint of something shiny underneath a tree that they seem to be heading towards.
Hey, wait. Do you need more rope?
What? More rope? Oh, it might make easier.
Oh, hold on.
I start untying the grappling hook from the rope.
All right. So, as you start untying the grappling hook from the rope, and what are you going to do with the rope?
Give it to them so they can tie themselves better together.
Okay. So, anything you're going to do as they're busying themselves with that?
You can do it. Go.
All right. Lashed together and now able to transit the bog a little bit more effectively, are the two of you going to head towards this shiny thing in the tree?
Yes, we're gonna rush over since we both saw it.
Okay. All right, you're both rushing over? Is that what you're doing?
No, we're walking over there to try not to fall.
Oh,
I don't know where you got this word rushed. It's a crazy word.
Cool. In that case, well, technically, you know what? Everybody give me a perception roll. All of you gobbos. Everybody give me a perception roll.
I love perception.
Oh, not bad. Not bad. Wow, we're counting. We're counting together.
We're learning. Our Brian's got an extra wrinkle.
I don't...
Wait a minute.
Did you mean to send that privately, Boggy?
No, I have no idea how I even did that.
There's two buttons.
The
There's
eye.
one that's an eyeball, and then there's one that's dice.
Okay, perfect. So, as you guys go forwards, Desi, Gam, and Snooty. So, Gam, you're sitting there cheering them on. Desi and Snooty, you're very carefully plodding through the muck and guck towards the shiny. Boggy, you're kind of watching this with a little bit of interest. You had ducked in briefly to be like, I was rooting around doing my Boggy things. And coming back out. Oh yeah, by the way, did your crispy friend come with you on this excursion?
Wait, can I keep Crispy?
Yeah, you can keep Crispy.
Oh my god, yeah, Crispy can't. Wait, no, Crispy can't fucking walk.
Crispy can't what?
Crispy has like a move speed of 5.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to keep up with you guys very easily. But I wanted to know if you were going to wait for him to catch up, or if you just tell him to stay at the fucking village.
Oh wait, no, he has a movement speed of 25. He's a slow zombie. Let's go! Why, what is bad about you? I don't understand. Oh wait.
Nothing's bad. Yeah, Crispy is he's a value member.
So here's what it is. Crispy is slowed. He can't use reactions. That's what it is.
Okay.
That's what slow means. So no, he's fine. He's fine. He might be faster than I
am. Yeah, you know, that's fair. That's fair. So yeah, is Quispy staying with you then?
Yeah.
All right. He's a passive companion on this excursion. But Boggy, you're looking around, and Quispy is still. By the way, he still hasn't been told to stop thinking he's like chewing Brian. So his whole like shtick has just been like moving his mouth, looking like he needs to eat something.
Oh no, that's just him now.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that you haven't told him to stop. So yeah, Boggy, the only other thing you notice is that there's another glint, almost like it's like translucent on the ground below where Snooty and Desi are moving towards. And it looks like there's a little bit of dewdrop on it, and you kind of think that it looks a little bit like webbing? You gonna do anything about that observation, Boggy?
Where is I will send a message to Desi. And I will say give Crispy an alchemist file. I have a Crispy mission for him.
Okay. I'll give Crispy a alchemical bomb.
And then Crispy is gonna start marching his booty right over to the shiny thing.
Alright. Can I get a roll in chat, an exclamation mark D20, to see to the sheer volume of how this combination pans out? Please. So just anybody in chat, exclamation mark D20, lowercase. Excellent. Good. Thank you, Chili. That's very much so appreciated. So I assume you also told them to stop for a minute, Boggy, as you wanted to send Crispy ahead of them.
Oh, yeah, I guess I have to tell them that too. I send a message to the other two to slow down real quick. Crispy wants to go do something.
Race.
Hello, this is your Brian speaking. I need you to slow down.
Slow down.
Crispy must go on a mission. A Crispy mission.
Okay.
Would you like me to roll deception?
I would, sure. You know what? Go ahead, and you can even have advantage on it, because I feel like having that come into your head would work really well in this situation.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah. There you go. That is a. Yep. That's a 22. If anyone would like to contest it by rolling perception, you can. But otherwise, you guys basically hear like Boggy talk to each of you in your head and try to be like, "Hey, this is your Brian. Slow down."
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
Does anyone want to challenge this voice in your head with a perception roll, or do you accept the fate?
I'm gonna have to roll for that.
All right, go ahead and roll a perception roll, please.
Okay.
Anyone else, or are you both? Are you good?
I'll go ahead and do the same.
All right, Gem, do you want to just do one for shits and giggles, or?
I can't beat it, I don't think, but sure.
All right, fair enough. Well, I mean, you could with a crit, I suppose. So.
Oh, true, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy to suffer.
So all of you stop as you're like, are our brains talking to us? Sorry, Brian's. And as you struggle with the metaphysical ramifications of an internal monologue from your Brians, it gives just enough time for Quispy to overtake your group and stride forward further into the bog. And he stops and trips over a rock. And as he catches the rock, the fire in his hand smashes into his chest as he goes barreling forwards, alighting what appears to be a fairly sizable bit of webbing on the ground that seems to lead into a bit of a shallow pool of water, with webbing that leads up into the trees and off and beyond that was incredibly hard to see because of its translucency. And Quispy just eats shit into this web, and then it alights, and the web catches fire. Surprisingly flammable. And then he just kind of struggles a little bit as he's on fire in the webbing, completely stuck in it. But not for long, because the webs begin to melt and burn away, as he is now just on fire long enough, struggling there, being until eventually, as the webbing dissipates, he just sinks further into the bog, and his face goes from to as he's just kind of blowing bubbles into the bog. And now the majority of the webbing in front of this shiny thing has burned away. But the movement of him in the webbing did seem to jostle the webs that moved up into the trees a little bit.
What?
Oh my gosh, Crispy, you're my hero! Did anyone else have the Brian tell them to stop? I sure did.
Yeah, that was really weird. I was I bet that was the chief. I bet he whispered something to us.
Oh my god, was that his
like
earthly wisdom?
To me.
It's
Yeah,
not kind of weird.
yeah,
I'm
it
glad-
did kind of sound
Be
weird.
as strong as the chief.
Didn't sound girthy. Oh, if you married a chief, can you do the same thing? Whoa.
I wonder if it give me magic power, Mary Chief.
Magical girl Snooty.
Oh my gosh. Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh,
Let's
boy.
go.
But wait, what if it was Quispy? What if Quispy is actually super magical and he told us to stop? He saved
God.
us.
You might be right.
No, maybe.
No, I just want to think it's the chief though, because then that would be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Can I get a perception roll from everybody, please?
No.
I love that the DM's like, I'm gonna kill you now. Goodbye.
Wait,
Yeah.
I didn't know rocks could fall from the sky.
A tree lands on all of you perfectly. Goblin over.
Silver was like, we're just gonna have a quick adventure, 20 minutes. Us. We don't think so.
5 hours later.
So moving into the into the area a little bit closer to the shiny now, you guys can also hear a little bit of a strange distant cracking sound, almost like something moving through the trees. It's not close, but it does sound like it's kind of coming in this direction. And Gem, you hear weirdly enough, you hear the movement of it sounds like dunk, 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 in the distance, and occasionally a tree moves and is cracking. And as this movement's going, you can see a very subtle dangling kind of jiggling of the line of the webbing that goes up into the trees.
Oh, hold on, guys. Team, do you hear that music? What? Oh, listen.
Oh, the trees are singing again?
Yeah. No, it's like the bang beat, from...
Oh, is this actually happening this time?
Wait,
Bucky thought he was hallucinating again.
maybe we all are.
Can I make an intelligence roll?
Oh boy.
Sure, go ahead. Anybody else want to join on the intelligence train?
No.
All right.
No.
Desi, go ahead. Take
I don't even know how to roll intelligence.
I guess,
Question.
yeah.
Just a straight roll with +4?
Yeah, tell you what, I don't know how to activate the straight stat rolls, and I don't even know if Pathfinder 2 has straight stat rolls.
I don't think they do.
Yeah, but fuck it. Just roll me a d20 and add the modifier from your intellect.
/roll 1d20. Woo!
Alright, anybody else, or is I'm just leaving it in Desi's hands?
Is /roll or /r?
It's /roll, space 1d20 plus your modifier for intellect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that tracks, yeah. That...
this my little idiot. Come here.
Snooty.
Gem and Snooty, you guys are grooving. Gam, you're like, yeah, it's like a beat. It's like the trees are singing, and Snooty and Gam, you're like, oh, we could make a song to this, and like, oh, it's pretty cool.
I can write us a song. It will be about.
Wait.
Oh, I got ideas.
I do the slow blink, like one eye after the other.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, wait.
Oh boy.
First time I fucked it up. Second time I thought I fucked it up again. But I didn't.
Boggy, you kind of like are thinking about it for a bit and wondering about the beat. And by this point, your Quispy friend has gotten up from his puddle. And he's even more burnt than he was before, but sinking into the bog, the water put out the fire on him. So he's okay, for the most part, despite not looking okay, this crispy-ass fucking goblin. And you get the bright idea, Boggy, that like, hey, whatever's going on right now, if we want the shinies there, I'm gonna send my Quispy friend over to go ahead and grab that for us. Does that feel like a good crit to you?
Yeah. Crispy, grab that shiny for us. You're already so far. We're just kind of jamming over here.
And Desi, it slowly dawns on you. You know, that's weird. It's not really drums. It sounds like a bunch of moving tree trunks. Almost like somebody's like rapidly like thunk, 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 thunk over and over.
Yeah. Love it.
Desi's gonna go a little pale green, a little greeny winkle, if you will, and she's gonna point towards the noise, and she's gonna go, that's not drums, that's spider.
No. It's drums.
It's spider. I know it.
Can I roll to see if I believe
no.
her?
I
Fuck's
think
sakes.
she's right.
Boggy, you are very acutely aware of the fact that, like, it's probably a giant spider, so you can use that information how you want.
How tall is the mud here?
Depends on the spot.
Boggy hops down and starts wading through the mud, trying to keep his head underneath the mud.
Okay, so as you're all having this argument, you watch as Boggy jumps down off of Gem and starts going into the mud itself.
What you doing, Boggy?
Oh, you going for a polite swim in the afternoon? There's a fucking spider coming!
Oh no, that's two people saying spiders.
I think
guess
they're
spiders.
right.
I like this beat's so good though.
Yeah, you know what other kind of beat is gonna be great, but not for you? The spider kind.
I don't know, the spider's making a pretty good beat.
She's coming up a pretty good beat on you.
Can I lay down into the mud
okay.
now?
Buggy's gonna cast a message again to Snooty. Snooty, you were right. It's the chief. Maybe you should run from the spooter.
I better run from the spider.
Fuck me.
Oh my god. So, is the consensus that all of you are going to lie down in the bog and try and keep yourself hidden from the spider, or are you running?
I'm lying down and hiding.
I too am going to hide.
I was told to run. Snooty's gonna run.
All right, Desi, what about you? Desi?
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm here. My spider phobia kicked in, and I'm just sitting here being like, oh god, it's a giant spider. Sorry. I'm gonna hide, and I'm gonna take a bomb out. A little bit of ready in action. I see the spider up there with this blight bomb.
Yeah? Yeah, you're gonna just stand your ground and throw the bomb?
No, I'm gonna hide, but if it, sees me, I'm gonna throw the bomb.
Where are you hiding?
Behind a tree.
Okay. So meanwhile, Boggy, I'll let you know at least. It seems that there is a little smattering of stuff that was picked up by your quispy friend there. So let me just double check that I have things I'm telling you correctly. Yeah, so there's it looks like there is a little clutch of pearls that were laid out. Almost like something had arranged them to look attractive amongst a cluster of little small objects and items that are kind of look to be some kind of candy. So there's a couple of little bags and bits of candy, and a couple of really shiny looking pearls that look like they might be worth a fair bit to the right person. But I don't know how much Boggy knows if pearls are valuable or not. But yeah, you've gathered about 3 pearls and a collection of candy.
Okay, so we'll come back to this later when Crispy comes back to me. Right now he is like dad out with the milk.
Okay. Okay.
Well, he never came back.
Exactly.
Oh no! Crispy!
So if Snooty is not hiding, Snooty, can you give me a athletics roll, please?
Yeah, I could do that. Let me pop that up here. Athletics roll. Woo!
So Snooty, you turn to run in a random direction and end up just sinking face and feet first into a pile of mud, and it completely you are just sucked up by it as you fall into the bog and are swallowed up. Meanwhile, can I get a stealth roll with advantage from Boggy and Gem, and a stealth roll from Desi, please, without advantage.
Okay.
How do I roll it with advantage?
You keep higher. You just hit keep higher on the modifier.
And the modifier. Okay.
Yeah.
I am the knight.
I don't have that option. What?
Oh. Let me take a look at your thingy here. And roll with stealth. Yeah, it should be keep higher underneath the modifier and above roll mode.
Oh, I have stealth, dexterity, trained, armor check penalty, name, type. Oh, add modifier. Nope, type is required.
No.
I have ability, proficiency, item, status, circumstance, and untyped.
Well, that's very strange. I am confused as to why that's not there. I can roll it for you, though, because I can see it on when I click on your stealth, weirdly. We'll come back to that, but for now... Oh, look at that! You're very sneaky.
Oh.
So... Fuck. Alright, so as you're all lying there, trying to hold as still as you can, Snooty, as you get sunk into the mud, what's your course of action for basically being dipped into it?
First, she just goes, and then like bubbles, and then get sucked in, and she's just like, well, if this is how I die. And then stops for a moment, thinks, wait, no, I want to become popular. And go, and tries to pump herself out of the bog.
Alright, give me another athletics roll on that front, please. Alright, you managed to will yourself to the surface of this sucky mud and get up just in time to poke your head out of the top. Oh, that's really strange. Weird.
What?
Oh, just looking at the picture that Alice sent. We'll have to visit that after the end of the broadcast, because I'm wondering why it's so different. But for the time being...
My curse.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck game.
I know what it is. Alice didn't choose her character down in the corner. If she if she reloads in and she clicks on her character, it will allow her to see everything that we're seeing.
Oh.
And you see how we all have our character's name and Alice doesn't.
Oh, yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
Okay.
Weird. All right, fair enough. Yeah, so just reload the source and pick your character from the drop down at the load in. There you go. That should work.
That's right.
I have Assistant GM1 and Alice.
Yeah, do Alice.
Select Alice.
Yep.
And then when you load in, you're gonna get a pop-up that asks for like your color and all that. In there, it shows your character, and then you select that character in there before you said okay.
Hmm. Okay.
All right, we can worry about that after the end of
figure
it.
out.
Yeah, when we have time to bring up a screen and troubleshoot it together, we can totally do that. But for now, for the time being, Snooty, you pop your head up out from the muck just in time to see the boggy trees part, and a massive, absolutely colossal moss-covered arachnid comes emerging gently from the trees. Its huge head, its head alone is like 3 times the size of your body. And as it comes moving through these trees and moving large sections of it about, you can see that there's a little spindle in front of its mouth as it's following the trail of the shiny kind of like webbing that feeds up into the trees. And it stops for a moment and just kind of like, you hear like the loud like of its mandibles as it looks around with its horrible eyes in the area to see anything that has happened. And it comes plodding over to where the shinies were, and it sticks its considerable like mass into the log and kind of like shakes the trees about as it's kind of like looking for something in there. But for now, it doesn't seem to notice you, and the rest of you lying in the mud, and Desi, you're kind of like, for some reason it didn't even give a flying fuck about your existence, but you guys, this thing is huge. It is the biggest thing that you've probably ever encountered in your entire lives as a living creature. So, you guys let me know what you're gonna do.
Maybe cry a little bit. Start off with.
Fetal position, sob.
Snooty's not gonna say anything. She's just gonna sink her head back into the bog and hope for the best.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna throw nothing. I'm just...
I ain't fighting that thing. That thing too big. That's like 12 horses.
One thing I might
Those
say is I'm gonna-
horsepowers.
Oh my god.
Okay,
I'm gonna
what,
pull out the firework and hold it close to my chest, readying myself for a quick death.
Alright. Meanwhile, Desi, are you going to do anything aside from have a small panicky meltdown?
All hidden behind the tree, am I?
Very hidden. As far as you're concerned, this thing would never be able to see you from where you are at the moment.
Oh shit! I'm just gonna stay hiding.
Okay. Now I'm just going to do one little thing that determines what the flavor of things are. But first I'm going to ready up a roller here. And then I'm going to hover my finger over the enter key. And then I'm going to hit...
You know you're like my best friend, right?
It's fine.
Right?
It's fine.
Okay,
No,
okay.
I wouldn't do anything on that end. No, 100%.
Okay, just checking.
Oh, okay. So there's a moment where it's looking around and sorting through everything, and it looks over towards the swamp where Gem and Snooty are both like buried up to their faces in the mud, and they slink down. And Gem, are you kind of like a little bit visible on the surface there?
I'm trying to make myself as least visible as possible.
All right, fair enough. So what you're telling me is that you're putting all your effort into staying as sunk into that mud as possible.
Yeah, I might be sinking. That's fine.
Okay, fair enough. And Boggy, you're pretty deep in mud too, right?
Boggy is like
Submerged.
backstroking right now.
Like he's trying to leave the area, or is he being invisible?
No. See, Boggy is having change of. Boggy is now going to not relive PTSD. So Boggy is going to cast a message to Spider and start screaming. I don't think he knows where it's coming from. Hopefully, maybe he does. That could be a problem. Oh well.
So you're just gonna start screaming into the spider's head and see if that has any effect?
Yeah, and now this is a free action for me to do every turn.
Alright, well, with the screaming combined with your very muddy kind of situation, what I'm going to do is I'll roll another one and pick the lowest of the two. Because between hearing the screeching in his head and looking down and seeing very hard to see you all amongst the guck and goop, he'll be at disadvantage for determining if there is anything to be seen. That needs to also include roll as a type there.
Good.
Alright. So as this colossal spider is like, it's starting to notice a little bit of the bubbling in the mud and immediately moves very quickly, and almost in a very rapid way that is very, like, belaying of its size. It noticed the bubbles and movement in the mud for a little bit there for a second and thinks, what the fuck is that? But it's immediately, like, its head starts thrashing around as it's kind of, like, having this reaction of, like, what the fuck is that? As it begins to move its head back and forth. Does anyone want to do anything else, or let this play out?
Does Boggy think Boggy's friends are in danger?
Not from the way that you're perceiving it right now. From the way you seem to perceive it, the big spider looks like it's having a bit of a meltdown with whatever's going on in its brain. And isn't really paying a lot of attention.
Is this spider?
So it's really hard to give you an accurate sizing of it. But it probably would...
like big as a horse.
No, it's not. It's not as big as a horse. It's as big as a 2-level house.
Alright, well, it was really nice playing with you guys. I really liked hanging out. I'm gonna go throw myself out my window, and
Snooty, anything from you, or are you just gonna hope that the mud is doing its job?
Snooty's just hoping the mud's gonna do its job. Snooty wants out, but Snooty also doesn't want to die. So
I have
Snooty
the
is
fireworks,
choosing
don't
the.
I?
Snooty does too. Snooty has 2 as well. Snooty's just waiting for opportunity. Wait, question. From where Snooty is in the mud and where Boggy is in the mud, is she noticeable in that area, or is Spider turned all the way around?
The spider is currently looking in the direction of where all 3 of you, except for Desi, are in the same general vicinity of the mud and Guck. So you guys are within, like, probably within 15 to 20 feet of one another in this goop and Guck. But the spider doesn't seem to be, like, the spider's moving its head around like there's, like, it's got, like, something on its head, or, like, it's being bothered by a fly or something.
Yeah, no, Snooty's gonna just stay in the mud.
Gem, are you going to remain stationary or do anything?
I am gonna remain stationary. I think the only action I'm gonna take is prepare my firework to remove myself from the situation.
So if it need be, you'll fire it off?
Yeah, I will fire that off before the spider gets me.
Alright, and Desi, you're just gonna stay underneath a tree and start panicking it, right?
I'm already kind of panicking. If... Oh, God. Okay, maybe put bomb away. Maybe pull out fireworks. And, you know, maybe kind of reenact. Alright, listen, Silver. I'm not saying I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna run an idea by you, okay?
Okay.
Seen Jurassic Park, right?
Yeah. Like... Yeah.
Alright, cool. You remember the flare scene?
I do, yes.
Alright. I'm gonna try to not be Malcolm if that really comes down to it. So, I'm gonna hold that fireworks and hope that spider fucks off.
Alright, well, as you look towards this massive spider stomping around, looking like it's thrashing its head around and having a little bit of a panic moment, wondering what in the ever-loving fuck is in my head. You know, I think as we wait and see what becomes of this spider's reaction to these events, now would be an absolutely perfect time to end our session for the evening.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my god, really?
That's like dead on. What the fuck?
Exactly 5 hours. Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, goodness
God.
gracious.
All right. I have a question. I got a question. Alice, Ash, this might be Tia Bye, but if you ever get like real freaked out, you just grab your chest. You just
Yeah. Yeah, no. I do that when I'm trying to find things too. So yeah.
Yeah,
no.
there you go. Yeah. I'm just sitting here clutching my chest, like nervously like fucking jumping around in my chair going, that's a giant spider. We're gonna fucking die. I hate this. Alright, cool. Thank you. I hate spiders so bad.
Oh, honey.
No, it's fine. I was like, oh fuck.
Well,
Alright.
well done, goblins. You, for the time being, at least as far as this session is, you're all alive and breathing. So congratulations. You've stepped foot into the bog, and your very first few steps forwards into the bog itself resulted in you potentially having a horrible encounter with one of the largest, most terrifying creatures you probably have ever seen in your lives. But will they get out of the situation or won't they? That is a question for next session. So next session, for those of you wondering where you can catch it and tune in, you can come back to this channel on the 8th at 11 p.m. Pacific time to catch the continuation of these events. So thank you all so much for being here and joining us. And I think before we end our shenanigans now, I'm just going to go ahead and say thank you all so much for being here. We very much so appreciate you. There will be more things in place when we come to the next session for some improvements on a couple of different factors. I've already taken a lot of notes during this one for things that need to be shored up or altered or improved upon. But for now, I thank you all very much for being here, and I think before I go ahead and do the end point in editing, where I would end this session, I just want to go ahead and say, may all your goblin dreams come true, and may you enjoy every moment that comes to pass. So thank you, everybody.
Bye.